はい、
どうですか？
ボストンとフィラデルフィアに住んでおりました。
具体的にどこ行かれました？
ニューヨーク、ニューヤーク、フィラデルフィアとロサンゼルスも行きましたし、サンディエゴとかアリゾナとかですね、ノースキャロライナも行かせてもらいました。
オハイオに5ヶ月間行っていました。
オハイオはどうでした？
アリゾナに留学してました。トゥーソンっていう、
トゥーソン
もうなんか本当にメキシコとなんか国境のところだったんです。
じゃあカナダとアメリカ両方どういう違いを感じました？カナダとアメリカで。
Alright, so we are going to see how people view Americans, right? I did some videos talking about sorry, that was a hot key right there. That wasn't actually me. Just so y'all know. Right? It's the hot key. But we're going to do a video talking about how people view Americans, more specifically Japanese people. I talked about how Europeans view us, Canadians, etc. But as a person who has family in Japan and who has visited Japan 3, 4, maybe 5 times, it's curious to hear their mindset. So I'm watching this video for the first time with y'all. We're going to watch this together. Let's see what these people got to say.
なんかアメリカ人の方の方が
Shout out to the creator.
Hey guys, how you doing? Takashi. So today I'm going to interview Japanese people. What do you think of the United States? Okay, let's get started. アメリカに行ったことあるって聞いたんですけど、どこにどれぐらい？
オハイオに5ヶ月間行っていました。
留学？
はい、留学高校の時です。
オハイオどうでした？
何にもない。
何もない。
そう。
オハイオのどこ？
オハイオのマーティンズフェリーっていうなんか本当に人口が少ない町に来ました。もうちょっとかオハイオの中でもクリーブランドとかコロンバスとかは、まあ、いわゆるなんかアメリカの郊外っていう感じ。やっぱり私横浜出身なのですごいもう都会じゃないですか横浜は。そうだからオハイオはなんか結構辛かったです。
アメリカのボストンと
And I want to say, as someone who has lived in Ohio, spent much of their time in Ohio, born in Ohio, and has family and friends in Ohio, I know the city she's referring to. Yes, it is a small city, and yes, even the bigger cities, Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, can be a little like, what's going on? But, I mean, if you really look for things, you can find things. Like Columbus at this point, I believe, has over 2 million people. You know, Cleveland's not as big, but it has an active sports scene. If you like sports, it's near the water if you like the water. So if you're actively trying to find things, the thing is probably, like she said, she was high school, so probably 14, 15 years old. So she probably didn't have the resources, the car, the connections, etc. to actually drive around and go see things. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, nothing terribly bad, right?
とフィラデルフィアに住んでおりました。ボストンは3年間、フィラデルフィアは2年間。夫の仕事の都合で家族全員移り住んだ。
どうでしたアメリカ？
アメリカねすごく良かったですね。なんか本当に伸び伸びして、なんか日本みたいなちょっと同調圧力があまりないのがすごく住み心地が良かったですね。大学の専攻が英米文学科だったので、いろいろその英米文学の文化とか、文学もですけども、いろいろそのね人種のるつぼとかいろいろ授業で習ったことを思い出して、その実際の場に行けるっていうことにワクワクしました。
確かに、しかも英米文学に関しては西海岸じゃなくて東海岸の方が盛んですもんね。
そうですね、歴史があるのがやはり東ですので。
僕も英米文学専攻してたんで、ボストン行った時とか、茶会事件の船やと思って
そうです、ピルグリムファザーのところとかね。
ロスに2ヶ月いて、みんな
Yeah, so to piggyback off that lady real quick, before we move on to the next guest, I'm going to keep this real short and brief. I'm surprised she said about being laid back, because she talked about Boston and Philadelphia, which are known for being fast-paced, hybrid cities. Not as quite busy as New York, but definitely urban regardless. It has a hustle work culture. But Japanese culture is usually a lot more disciplined, usually work extensive hours, stuff like that. So maybe she's comparing it to that sense, I guess, because if you live in a super corporate world in Japan and then Boston and Philly, I guess it won't be as much, but at least that's what she's saying, right? I do know the Japanese stereotype about them being extremely efficient, extremely accurate, working long hours, etc. And then, maybe drinking at the end of the shift or end of the week. There's somewhat truth to that stereotype as someone who's been there a couple times and has family there. But yeah, when she said the East Coast is more prominent, I think she meant like education. Because a lot of the advanced schools or the higher education schools or the, like Harvard and all that stuff is on the East Coast or Eastern time zone, I should say. So maybe that's what she meant. But the West Coast has a lot of history too. So I don't know what she meant by the history.
緩いっすね。
カナダに1年留学してたんですよね。
あ、そう、カナダに1年。
カナダのどこ？
バンクーバー。
バンクーバー。アメリカ他にどこ行きました？
ボストンとニューヨークに、まあ観光としてちょっと。
はいはいはい。東京に住んでるローカルとして、東京とニューヨークシティどう比較します？どういう違いがあって、どっちがどうとか。
まあ東京の方が、まあでも人は多いかな。
東京の
方が多いし、なんか結構顔死んでる人が多いっていうか。
東京の方が。確かに。
本当に働くだけ働いて、自分のプライベートの時間を持ってなさそうな人が多い。
でも日本に来たことあるアメリカ人とかだと、日本のサブウェイとか乗った時とかに、それを感じる人はよく聞きね。なんか葬式みたいな電車が。
そうなんだよね。
パワーがある国だなと思いますね。都会も行きましたし、まあちょっと地方の方も行かせていただいたんですけど、なんか人間が生きる力を感じるかなと。
具体的にどこ行かれました？
ニューヨーク、ニューヤーク、フィラデルフィア、あとロサンゼルスも行きましたし、サンディエゴとか、あとアリゾナとかですね、ノースキャロライナも行かせてもらいましたけど、田舎の友達がいるんで、アメリカ人はポジティブが多いような気がします。日本人もどっちかというとポジティブな方もいらっしゃいますけど、僕自体がネガティブな面が多いのでそう感じました。
なるほど。
はい。
ってなるとアメリカ人とかと触れ合うっていうのは自分にとってもいい機会になる。
そうですね。すごくいい機会で、やっぱり自分を上げて気分を上げてもらったり、ポジティブな考え方に持っていってくださる方が僕の周りは多いです。
なるほど。In this video, I ask Japanese people what they think of the United States. Some have lived in the US and speak English, but most Japanese people you meet haven't. That's why speaking some Japanese can make a big difference. If you're looking for an easy way to start, PlayPlay is a great option. It's an online platform that connects you with.
And with that, we are going to go ahead and conclude that part. We're not going to give we don't want to go through the advertisement. No need to do that. But shout out to him. If you want to support his channel, his name is Takashi, right? With two eyes at the end. I've been seeing his content for a couple years on and off. Like I'd watch him a little bit, take some break, come back, etc. And I'd see him. There's a lot of content on Japan and what they think about America. Is usually more in the dating scene. One thing that surprises me is the amount of Japanese people who talk about going to Philadelphia. I'm like, Philadelphia? Right? I don't hear a lot of Americans talk about it, so I don't know what's so special about it. But hey, I'm glad that they enjoyed it, I guess you want to talk about history and things of that nature. Maybe. I guess Philly fits in that perspective. But shout out to him. I just want to make this quick little video, mostly positive thoughts. However, I do know there is an expression in the Japanese. Matter of fact, let me try to look it up for y'all. Let me look this up for you because it's an expression about keeping face. Gotcha. I think this is it right here. Let me pull it up for y'all. Let me get this right too. Video. So here we have it right here. So as you can see right here, in Japan, the concept of keeping or saving face is expressed through phrases like, which means to protect someone's honor or dignity. And this is why I partially had some situations arise. I'll save it for another video, but if you've been watching me for a while, you heard me talk about it as I was traveling through Asia. But yeah, there's a whole thing about saving face, right? So it makes me genuinely question when they say these things about America. Do they truly mean it? Or are they just saying that because the camera's on, they want a certain image, they want to be polite, etc.? If it's so amazing, are they going to go back? That's my whole viewpoint. But yeah, that's enough of that. Peace.